I'm gonna show y'all a tale of two Americas, how they hate us, how they lie on us, and how they take care of their own. You know, a reality and a lie, a facade and a truth. You know what I'm saying? Here y'all go. Two different narratives. I want y'all to see. Georgia captain faces criticism for saying the spy shooter suspect had a bad day.
He does claim that it was not racially motivated.
Officials said race did not appear to be behind the attacks.
He apparently has an issue, what he considers a sick addiction, and sees these locations as something that allows him to go to these places, and it's a temptation for him that he wanted to eliminate.
The working theory is a sexual addiction issue rather than a racial profile.
During our interviews,
A sexual addiction for him that he wanted to eliminate. He just had a bad day.
we asked that specific question, and that did not appear to be the motive. But activist and author Helen Zia said authorities are missing important context.
Hypersexualization of Asian American women is part of the racism toward Asian Americans. And to say that sexual addiction is an excuse or a reason to go on a mass killing rampage is ridiculous. He's going to take the word of a mass shooter who happens to be white against the lived experience of the Asian American community.
Zia also said Captain Jay Baker's description of the suspect's frame of mind was outrageous.
He was pretty much fed up and kind of at the end of his rope, and yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
I couldn't believe that a police captain was recounting the bad day that the killer had without a shred of empathy for the really bad day that the 8 victims and their families had, the incredible grief that the whole community is going through. And this is the kind of thing that makes people question law enforcement and whether they are really there for the people that they're supposed to be protecting.
Captain Baker is also under attack for an anti-Asian Facebook post of his last year. He talked up T-shirts that said, COVID-19, imported virus from China. We reached out to the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office for a comment, but we have yet to hear back. Gail?
Thank you, Mark. That was a moment, I have to say, when I was watching that news conference and he called it a bad day, and all I could think of was 8 people are grieving tonight. It's a guy that had an issue. He blames a race of people for his problem, and then he goes and eliminates what he thinks to eliminate the temptation that he has an issue with. It's outrageous.
It's a peculiar amount of empathy for a mass shooter.
It's humanizing the shooter. It's humanizing the shooter once again.
Yeah.
And can I point out that the shooter is a white man who is alive after they knew that he'd killed 8 people.
And he was armed.
And he was armed, and they knew that too.
We have new information this morning on the attack.
Okay, now we're gonna show you how they do a black man. Here we go.
Why'd you do it?
He assaulted my friend.
What?
He attacked my friend, and I had to defend my friend. He actually pushed my friend to the ground, and I had to defend my friend. I feel
Can y'all see how they got the whole clan out there just intimidating him after his friend was attacked? Y'all see the difference? I'm gonna play that one more time because I think we should look at that. The difference.
Why'd you do it?
he assaulted my friend.
What?
He attacked my friend, and I had to defend my friend. He actually pushed my friend to the ground, and I had to defend my friend. trust you. I get why all the
Y'all see, family? You see, we don't get a picture of this person who killed 8 people, you know what I'm saying, being walked to jail or walked into jail. We don't get none of that. But a teenager that was called out of their names and, you know, racial slurs, and an individual come up and attack one of them. I don't know the gist of what he did to them, you know what I'm saying, to the man, but you see how they had the Klan out there waiting on him to come out, and they perp walked him. But you see the other one just had a bad day. He had some temptations that he felt that he needed to eradicate, that he needed to go murder 8 people because of illness that he has, a mental illness. Well, we're in a bad way. But you see how they come together and stood there in solidarity and gave that one little black child that intimidation. I'm so glad that he stood and had a stern face and didn't look scared. I like that in it. I'm not saying what he did was wrong, because any loss of life was right. I mean, because any loss of life is wrong. Any loss of life is wrong, and that's facts. No one deserves to lose their life. But you see how they try to humanize a person that's killed 8 people, and how they try to intimidate and criminalize one individual that said he was acting in self-defense. The only difference is both of them are murderers. The only difference is the skin color. And they'll tell you it's not racial.